Hello everybody. I'm getting ready to make something I've never made before, something I found online because I had kielbasa here and kale left over. So I found this dish called kale and kielbasa, I think was skillet, although I was looking for a salad. Here's the recipe. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 14 ounces of kielbasa, 3 minced garlic cloves, a pinch of red pepper flakes, a pound of kale it calls for. I have about 9 pounds of already, cleaned and chopped kale. 1/2 of a large red onion sliced, salt, kosher pepper, kosher salt and pepper, a zest of 1 lemon, and the 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm gonna cook it in a skillet. I'm gonna cook it in my big giant skillet so I can get all the kale in there in one fell swoop. Okay, here's my big giant new pan I got for Christmas. Very large, 6 quarts. And onions sliced, kielbasa sliced, 3 large garlic cloves. There's my lemon zest, my lemon to juice of some crushed red pepper, olive oil, salt, and pepper. Earlier today I made a little pot of my rhubarb strawberry compote. Ooh, I finally saw my first time to see rhubarb this spring. Ooh, it's I cook it till it's nice and soft all over. I put a cinnamon stick in there and also a little dry cinnamon and a tiny bit of vanilla. I love it plain. I love it on yogurt. I love it on fruit. I love it on, you could put it on, angel food cake, ice cream. I love rhubarb. All right, for the record, that was about a pound of cut up rhubarb, a pint of strawberries sliced, 1/2 cup of sugar, and a 1/4 cup of water, besides the cinnamon and the vanilla, just for the record. And then I just cooked it till it got as soft as I like it. I'd say at least 5 minutes. Anyway, that's how I made it. Here's my kielbasa sauteing. It had 1 tablespoon of olive oil in there. And there's my 14 ounces of kielbasa, which I'm just going to cook it. It said 3 minutes per side. I'm just going to cook it till it's, nicely browned, because it doesn't cook too much after this, really. I'm going to get it all the way I like it before I take it out. All right. Here's my brown kielbasa. I'm going to put it back in the container it was in. Proceed with the rest of the stuff. I think that looks good. It's been in there for about 7 minutes, I'd say, at least. Right. I've added my minced garlic and a nice pinch of crushed red pepper. And as soon as this just barely cooks, I'm going to add my kale in there. And then we're going to put the salt and the pepper. I'll show you that when I get in there. Here is all of my kale stirred in to my garlic and my crushed pepper. It says to cook for 3 minutes. I may cook it a little longer since I have curly kale, not the flat kale, which is what I believe actually it called for. So I'll probably cook my kale a little bit longer, get it fairly tender. After that, we're going to put in onions, salt, and pepper. Get back when the kale's a little more cooked. Here's my kale. I think it's getting nice and kind of tender. It's got to cook for a little while with the lid on with the onions in there. I put the salt, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher, diamond kosher, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper. Here's my red onions, sliced red onions. I'm going to stir these in. I'm going to put the lid on it. And I think it said to cook it for 4 or 5 minutes. Another thing, I did add a little extra olive oil at the same time, 1 more tablespoon or less. And I put the garlic in it. So, we'll be back after the onions soften. Here we have my cooked on kale and the red onions. I threw the already cooked kielbasa back in there. Just going to reheat it. And then I'll turn off the heat and throw in the lemon zest and juice. I had a little taste to see if I needed salt. And boy, I think that crushed red pepper might have been a little more than I needed. We'll see. I might eat it with, I've got some leftover carrot risotto here. I also have some rye bread, which would be good with this. I don't know. We'll see how spicy it turns out. Okay, I'll see you in a sec. Here is my little dish of kale and kielbasa skillet dinner with a little bit of marble rye. I'm going to taste it, and I'll be right back with you and see what I think. It's kind of late, so I'm just having a little dish. Okay, I don't know if I'm taping my face or not because I'm doing this myself backwards. Anyway, this is good. I like it. It's not too spicy. I ended up toasting my rye bread, put a little butter on there, which is good with that, excuse me, kale and kielbasa skillet dish. Not too spicy. Once you put the lemon zest and the juice in there, it's good. Perfect. Anyway, I could go with a number of things, but it's perfect with the rye bread. Anyway, see ya.